This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We've got some big events in the fight world this week. We've got UFC at the Sphere, we've got Canelo Belanga, but you've got Misfits 18 in Newcastle, back in Newcastle.
The sound of that. Misfits 18 in Newcastle smashes the Sphere, smashes Canelo. You can't beat it. This is, I guarantee you, on record, this will be a much more entertaining card than either of the other two, from start to finish.
Let's talk about the main event first of all. Elbrook, probably one of the most active Misfits fighters at the minute, and you want to keep her out and you really want to build a superstar. Well, Elbrook can be a superstar, right?
She is a superstar. She's just continuing to elevate. She's doing what Jake Paul was trying to do, but she's doing it the right way. She's fighting people her size. She's not putting imposing, crazy limits on them or any of the other naughty stuff. She's just finding the hardest challenges she can, and she's trying to elevate step by step.
Who would be like the mega fight? Who would be her Jake Paul fight?
Her first mega fight I think, was Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah.
I think this is also another big rung in the ladder. Then Paige Van Zandt's got to be settled again. They're going to fight at some point. But I think she'd look at the likes of Ebanie Bridges for next year. And
They're friends.
There's no friends in this game for at least 6 to 8 rounds.
Have you actually spoke to Ebanie about potentially kind of crossing over to that mould, former world champion?
Briefly, yes. I think it'll be a great fight. Former friends, there'll be tensions in that camp, and then they can be friends again after the fight.
That's wild, by the way. Let's talk about the Stake Pro tournament. 3 5-minute rounds for both rounds. Obviously, Chris Sevilla, Idris Virgo. It's a very, very high caliber of opponents.
I think so. Listen, I think the Stake Pro tournament, there's a lot on the line. 2 fights in one night, and they're not 3-round fights. There's 5 rounds, so you're doing 10 rounds if you're going to win this thing. Unless you get knockouts, potentially could do 10 rounds, and it's going to be a long night for them. It's challenging because after your first fight, you have that adrenaline dump, and it's the person in the finals who recovers from that adrenaline dump that has the edge in this fight.
I know Fez Batista used to kind of badger you for a fight. You gave him an opportunity, he gets another opportunity, and he brings value. He does bring value in a build-up to a fight.
I mean, he's got the gift of the gab. He's definitely enjoying himself and having fun, and he literally was on me about this fight. He's like, if there's an opening in the tournament, and I said, bro, there is no opening. But then he got the luck because 4 people weren't able to. One got injured. Martin Faroux, he was going to fight. He got the hand injury. And then Ben, he was going to fight. And then we had a couple of others. So then I was like, you know what? Time's running out. We need to promote this. Fez, you can do it. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because you're the underdog. He's like, I'm going to win this, Mams. And by the end of the phone call, I was believing maybe, is there a chance here? So he's got the Rocky story going for him.
Right, I want to go back to Dublin. Yeah, well, we do want to go back to Dublin very soon. But is this story true about HS and the Pred sting? Was that going to happen in the ring until you stopped it, man?
I found out a minute before, and listen, I'm against Preds more than anyone. If you guys want to check out Operation Lightshine, they go after pedos and put them away for life and get them, even in some states, get their, frozen and they're chemically castrated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Mississippi, that's the thing. I hope that becomes the thing everywhere, to be honest with you. And I do want to shed light on that and bring awareness to it, but there is a time and a place, and I was told about maybe a minute and a half before HS got the mic. So I was like, what's this I'm hearing? Because I hadn't done my investigation to know who the guy is, what it is, and also there's a time and a place. Let's get that guy and put him in prison. Deserves nothing better than that. But let's not do it in the DAZN ring without making sure everyone's aware. That's a bit too much of a surprise. So yeah, credit to HS for catching that guy. But again, I think it's time and a place, and I hope that guy gets what he deserves.
Could HS Tiki Toki fight Jake Paul realistically?
Yes. In 1 year's time, he will knock him out if Jake Paul has the kahunas to fight him.
Do you think he will have the kahunas, as you put it?
Probably not. He'll find a reason. He'll go up to 250, go up to 280. He'll do something, who knows what, he'll go to 125 to avoid both KSI and him.
Have you spoke to Danny Aarons since the fight, and how's he getting on? Will we see him in the ring again soon?
I saw him yesterday. He's rearing to go. He's very, very eager to get back in the ring.
Would we see a rematch with Simo?
At some point. I think they, rather than spoil that, let's keep it. I've seen, this is from the community and the fans, they've suggested a rematches card. Like all rematches, close fights, close decisions, stuff like that.
Brooke, Paige, Van Zandt?
That could lead it, yeah. I mean, that's, you know, Elle is a main event fighter. People have to start getting to know that. To be honest with you, Julie is 100 English lessons away from being a main event fighter as well. And I say that with the most respect, and she's improving so much, but she's a star. If you look at her on her Instagram, she's hilarious, if you've got to translate it. But, you know, once she gets that going, I think her and Elle are both great boxers for where they've come from and the amount of time they've been doing it.
I know pre and post fight, Danny Simpson's and Danny Aarons, there was kind of a bit of tension brewing between HS, Ed Matthews, Danny Aarons. Then after the fight with 10 Fresh, what happened there, and is Ed Matthews, Danny Aarons going to happen at some point?
I don't know. Danny Aarons is a very respectful guy. He likes opponents to be respectful back, and Ed Matthews is not. He's not a respectful guy. So I don't know if Danny wants that fight. Ed definitely does, but I don't think it's a matter of ducking. I think he just, look, no one wants the Dylan Dennis effect. Dylan Dennis has done something for the sport which makes you consider what your opponent's going to say about your mum, about your girlfriend, about your wife, you know, and at that point I've got to understand, you know, like from Danny's perspective, but he's an absolute star, and he's taking it very seriously, so let's see what's next for him.
Last one. This will be the second event in a row where we've had live music. Got another music performance this weekend. Is this going to be a thing now? We're always going to get a band? We're going to get a group?
No. The one in Dublin was a concert. It's going to be one song, two songs, you know, and we'll try it out. We're all about trying things out, surprising people. There's a lot going on this weekend. Slim's also going to be making a special announcement, and after his announcement, you will have no doubts about Slim's confidence in himself.
Okay, all will be revealed Saturday night live on DAZN from the virtual arena. MAMS Taylor, thank you very much for being to IFLTV.
Thanks,
Cheers, mate.